Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very, very special episode from the Realm of Vasten. Look who's here. Hi,
Hello.
Pixel. It's Pixel Brew from the Brilliant Brew and Build series, which is one of my absolute favorites. Like, it's one of the videos I can't click on fast enough. That'll be linked in the description. But yeah, I asked if he would come over here and just sort of like walk around the world and give me thoughts. Pixel is an amazing artist, like an actual artist, like not just like Minecraft art, but like you're like an artist.
Yeah, that's my trade. That's why I never have time in the world to actually play Minecraft.
Well, it's amazing. It's amazing that I ran Pride Ceratops, who used to play in this world, is also an artist, and it's just been I've been so lucky to get to sort of pick your brain because you guys see things differently than people like I do, and that's kind of what I want to ask you about. This is for people who don't know, this is the Realm of Vasten. It is I guess it's an SMP of sorts, but it's very small. It's like a single player world that a few people play on sometimes. That's the better way to describe it. And it's all survival. It's also outside of we have a couple command block things. Like for example, we do fast travel systems. So this is the port. This is the major hub. It's called Port Bray of the world. And you can't see it from here, but there's a bunch of ships, and all these ships go to different towns. So if you were to go in here and you press the button, then you go to this exact same ship, but in a different city. And that's kind of how we get around kind of quickly.
Well, that's cool.
There's a few other things, like we have an airship for landlocked place, and we have like a prison cart to go to this prison city and all that kind of stuff. But the other thing is everything's connected by road as well. This is just because the reality of like if you need 3 sugarcane and you realize that the sugarcane farm is like a 30-minute round trip ride.
That would not be a fun ride.
Yeah, so this is just for convenience sake, but there are roads connecting everything. Every town is one of the few rules that we have is every town has to be connected. Yeah, so we were just talking before we hit play about this. It's everything is community in this town or in this whole world. So it's like if you need oak and you see oak in a chest, you can take it. It's fair game. Everything's fair game, except for I guess your tools. And outside of that, it's yeah, that's pretty much it. Did you grab our texture pack?
Yes, I did. I have the what is it? A taste of Vasten.
That's it. Yeah, it's a taste of Germ from Germ's D-Boys texture pack, but with some of our overlays. Like if you can see the roof tiles, those are all of our concrete are special blocks. In fact, actually, here we go. Here's the perfect place. This is the Builders Guild. We have a few guilds across the world, and the guilds are like the Archers Guild, and they cross all different kingdoms. Like you can have a Builders Guild in any town. The idea is it should be the first building we build in a new town, and that'll have like the palette of the town within it. So if you're not sure what to build, you can walk into this town or into the Builders Guild and see what the block palette is of that particular kingdom.
This is so you said this is concrete?
All the concrete are the special blocks. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you go this is the Master Builders Guild because we're in the capital city sort of. So it has every block in the game. And my thought was here, if we do texture pack changes and stuff, you can walk in here and see everything. So here you can actually see the texture pack with all the overlays and stuff that Germ does. But
that is actually that's like a really cool this is a really cool idea for just doing texture pack stuff. Like it's super simple, but it's really helpful. And I also really like this is sandstone. I thought this was granite. The newest city that we just got done uses a granite and red sandstone palette. So they work really well together, but it's kind of weird. You'd never ever want to accidentally log in using the vanilla resource pack because it's jarring. Yeah, that's how I had some changes made to my texture pack, and some things look like nasty because I used acacia wood.
For people who don't know Pixel, you have a brilliant texture pack. It's like I would say it's kind of like a cross between Germs and like vanilla, right? It's like it's somewhere in that niche, and it's really great. I really love it.
Yeah, and I just recently updated some stuff and pulled in a good amount of actually Germs is like his trees and stuff. Like I like his trees a lot, and he was totally fine with me using the textures. I changed them a little bit, but Germs is he's a fantastic texture pack person. He really is, and he's so giving to like if I say, hey Jerem, can we change this thing? It's like 2 minutes later I have a new updated version. He's really on it. A couple things that I requested to change outside of Jerem's pack is this is birch right here, because I hate so deeply the birch log and I feel like it's unusable. But I think that this is usable, so we've made it kind of a gray, almost like a fir tree.
It's like like acacia, but actually this is like exactly what I turned my acacia wood into. It's
cool. Yeah,
it goes really well with stone now, and I'm really happy about that.
It does. Eventually I plan on doing a big dead forest, but we haven't gotten there yet quite yet. But these are the colored blocks that we have in this texture pack. The front row is concrete, and then glass, and then terracotta is actually just it's my favorite block because there's overlays that are so cool.
That I think I've seen. Are they like some like crazy overlays, like almost all the block overlays?
Yeah, it's like huge overlays. It's almost like a I don't know what you call it. Like I think of like Mexican stucco almost or something. Yeah, but it's very cool. And we have a couple things, like we have 3 glass textures that are just the plain, just so we can use them for like magic effects and things like that, void stuff and smoke and whatever else.
That is all very cool. Oh, and so you have sneaky concrete as like wood.
Yeah, with the painted wood, just to give us wall options, because the next town very likely is going to be a floating city, like a lake town from The Hobbit, kind of.
Okay.
We're just finishing up kind of this White Sands, which was this season, and I'm kind of waiting to see if we have any joiners before we decide for sure where we're going with the next big kingdom. But yeah, and a couple other cool ones. I really like this one, this round one here. It goes perfectly with the white terracotta.
This would make like Hobbit houses so nice.
And actually, I'm encouraging Jim. I don't know if he's done it yet, to do a 2x2 and make one big window.
That would be
with
cool.
Optifine. So hopefully we'll get that. I know he seemed intrigued by it, so hopefully we'll twist his arm a little bit. And then the last was my favorite part. This is the glazed terracotta, and this is where I think it's kind of a game changer. Do you know about the thing where you can place glazed terracotta in 4 different directions and get 4 different blocks?
I do now. I think I just saw Jerem's latest video, and he did that, and I was really confused as to what happened. But now I understand.
It's super cool. Like these ones, I've used these ones a lot. These 4 are all black glazed terracotta. So depending on which direction you face, you get one of these 4 blocks. And it's so nice to use this stuff for all different things.
That's really awesome. I really wish that you could do that just like with every block in Minecraft. Like if you could just, well, actually, no, you can't. Never mind. I'm stupid. I was thinking of placing planks different directions, and you literally do that.
And then this one we have like with the connected textures. You have this, like this is the brown, the white does the same thing. So this is what I want to use. Probably the white for the new like do a Tudor thing, but with these really great like style blocks. It's just, they're so nice. I love this one too. This is the cyan. These four different with the 2 different colors of thatch, like a crate, and this crate has variants and like a rope around a log for docks and ships and all that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. This is like taking vanilla and Conquest Reforged and just marrying them in a texture pack.
And this was one that I specially asked for, these ones, just to have like some really ornamental blocks that we could use. I love these. These are Jerem made these himself, but they're kind of inspired by some Conquest or some is it Conquest? I think it's Conquest blocks.
Probably Conquest has a ton. I played a tiny bit of Conquest, and then I got overwhelmed by how much stuff.
I tried very briefly. I tried the Conquest survival mode when it first came out, and it is for someone who does not have a job or a life.
Yeah,
because cutting down a tree is no joke. It's like a 35-40 minute process to cut down one tree. It's really amazing.
Yeah, I played it in creative, and I still was like, there's so many things, and I don't even know half of them.
The learning curve would be steep, and plus my computer's starting to age a little bit.
Yeah, we play with mob griefing off.
That's nice. In a world like this, like
yeah,
you want that because there's so many places that would have mobs spawning.
Yeah, we try. We try hard, but they still they they still drop on your head pretty frequently. So I don't know. I'd love to hear. I don't want to just rattle on about stuff. I'd love to hear your thoughts about things. And I'm not looking for like a pat on the back. Like anything that you think could be improved. And this is one of the more recent builds that we've done here. So I would love to just hear your thoughts. Stream of consciousness, if you will.
The scale of things is what has me right now because this is like I just got done building a gypsy camp and
I know
it's tiny compared to all this.
Well, this is my 301st episode from this world.
Okay,
if that helps, and it's not all single player too.
True, that is true. The multiplayer does help, but I mean, still, this is huge. Like I honestly like the texture pack does so much. It gives you so much variety to be able to have such interesting like roofs. It's like the thing that I'm looking at.
It's really true. Yeah, it's really true that it just I was really, really hoping to see a Dinnerbone tweet saying that we were getting stairs and slabs for concrete, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen, sadly.
Yeah, that would make, oh my gosh, that would make this like, I mean, this is already fantastic. But that would just take it like to the next level. And the landscaping is actually like really good. Like I'm a little bit of a nut for doing landscapey stuff.
I saw your last episode where you talked about doing that hill and over the big scale, and I found that to be fascinating and something that I get overwhelmed sometimes at like the mountain. That's a castle up there on top. But it's a fake mountain. The whole mountain it's just kind of flat there. So we built like a custom mountain over there. And here, you know what? I should put you in. Do you want to go spectator, or I'll just do creative here? Let me just do these because that way you can fly around and see things. Just for especially for your viewers who don't know this world. But yeah, and I get really overwhelmed with like doing a project like this mountain, and I think that seeing you do that real little cliff, but doing such a good job on it made me think breaking up this mountain would make this so much easier if I just did small sections and small portions at a time.
Yeah. And that's what I found, like, especially because the thing I was struggling with was I always like on cliffs and stuff to have like overlays of like dirt hanging off.
Yeah.
And what I found, like what I struggled with was getting how to make that happen and make it also a bit flat up top, but not have a flat line all the way across.
Right. Right.
I mean, and I think you did well here. You don't have like overlay or anything like that, but with the depth of the mountain, like that really helps. It's all like that. What I'm finding is everything's all about depth in Minecraft to be able to get much of anything out of it. Like,
it really is. Yeah.
To take it to like that next step is depth is like key to understand.
Something that when I got to this town, I had always understood like front and back depth, or I'm not sure what you'd call that, but like foreground and background depth.
Yeah.
But when I got to this city, I realized that there's such a thing as like vertical depth too, And so I try to do a lot of things way up over your head and a lot of valleys. Like if you come over this way, right here, actually. I cut this whole thing in there just to give something below where you walk too.
Yeah.
So there's something below, something medium, and then something above. And I do think that helped the whole thing sort of just tie in together. Always your eye has somewhere else to look all the time.
Yeah. Cause I mean, this like being down here and seeing like you've got all this to look at down here. And then just, especially with Optifine, with the fog, you have like that giant castle in the background, just ever so slightly appearing, at least in my Optifine settings. I like fog, so I have a lot of fog, and you just like see it peeking out of the fog, and it's just like, oh, this is fantastic. Like, especially in the ship, like you don't even know there's a ship, and then you're like, wait, it's a little shadowy, and then you look up, and there's just this giant boat.
That's how you get to White Sands, actually. So we did that boat, and then we did an exact copy of it in White Sands. So it feels like you take the boat. It feels like you take the boat over to a different kingdom.
So do you actually like build the boat twice, or do you do that and create? Do you do like any creative in this world when you're building?
No, the only thing we do in creative is command block stuff, and I've done a couple like mind-numbingly enormous landscaping jobs in creative. Like forests are allowed to be in creative because we use structure blocks for giant custom forests.
Yeah.
Because it's just whatever, it's unrealistic. I know some people have time, I don't, so it's cool, you know.
Yeah.
But all the builds are not now for the boats. The first probably 3 or 4 boats I actually did copies of like by hand, and then the second 3 or 4 or 5 boats probably I used structure blocks and just moved it.
Yeah,
because
I mean honestly,
it is really hard to copy it.
Yeah,
it's really hard
because you'd have to either have a lot of screenshots to go from, or you'd have to like continue. Also, hello cow, you actually look like a cow.
Oh yeah, with Journ's new model.
Yeah.
He's been really into modeling mobs recently, and we get them sooner than the other guys do with the Vasten texture pack.
Yeah, his models are fantastic.
Yeah,
and even this is nuts. You look up and it's like, holy crap, this goes on forever.
Well, this was for a reason. We needed ice because I wanted to build an ice tree for a bit of lore, like an tree. So we needed ice, and I rather like so in this world, I never build something just to get it. I always build something with lore and story. So rather than just build a platform with ice, we built these towers that they harvest ice from.
Well, that's and it has a use. That's the best part. Most all of my builds don't have uses. I mean, probably most of these houses don't have uses, like technical uses. But
that's the grind. That's probably the part I enjoyed the least. Is you build the first 2 or 3 houses and like, this is great, and then you're like, oh man, I have to build like 40 more of these to make the town look reasonably sized, and that's the part that I enjoy less.
Yeah, that's where I've been currently. Like the last leg of the gypsy camp was just because everything, like you're used to building everything. There's not anything really new, and you're also approaching the end, and you're just like, ugh, I just want to be done. Oh, hello, round window.
Is that window awesome?
It looks amazing.
Yeah,
it just
really
like
does.
It perfectly blend. Does it have any like overlay so that it does blend perfectly?
No, it's just the texture. He just lined it up.
Fantastic.
I got this idea from Lord of the Rings Minecraft, not Artacraft, but the more vanilla one.
Okay.
And they had several of these, and so I stole the texture and I used it. I just used I scaled. They don't even scale down. They have 16-bit. So I just used it, and Jordan was like, how about if I just remake this for you? Like, okay, that's it. So like this is this is the prison of Fort Bray, and one of our kingdoms is here. Let's just get to it real quickly. This isn't going to turn into a world tour. I swear it's not. But I'll just show you Sandrasco and like how you get around. So this is our prison city here. It's very much a work in progress. There's a lot to do, but this is our mob farm of the world, and
lag.
I'm rubber banding a bit. There we go. This is our mob farm. So instead of build a platform in the sky, I built a platform up here, a bunch of platforms actually, and then a castle around it. That way it's just an excuse to have a castle or an excuse to have a mob farm, one or the other. If you go in here,
this is awesome looking. Oh, and it's just a ton of mobs.
So unfortunately, because of Redstone, the way things work with chunks loading and unloading on a server, sometimes these get turned on instead of off. But the way it's supposed to be is like this. Like this one's working well. And then every probably minute or minute and a half or so, water rushes and they all get pushed down. And so now this is not the most efficient mob farm ever, but it works according to the lore.
Ooh, that was loud. I had hostile creatures on, super loud.
Oh, nice. I would rather a less efficient mob farm, especially since often it's just me in the world. I'd rather a less efficient mob farm with the story than a super efficient one that's just a platform in the sky.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like the mob farms, like
there they go. Bye bye.
Oh, who is it? Wells Knight, like the one that he had designed for him, and his single player is crazy. Just it's not even like the most efficient, but that efficiency, like I'm never gonna need that especially in single player.
That's kind of how I feel. I mean, this world isn't single player, but it often is, or if not single player, it's 2 or maybe 3 at the most. So it's so small. Like
even this crappy mob farm is more than we'll ever need outside of doing something insane like building using bone block as like a building block for a city or something like that, which actually is something that we've done, and eventually we need to build actually a really good mob farm. But anyway, yeah, I'm rattling on again. So please continue. I can't help it. Look, I won't even lie. I'm super proud of this world and I really love it. And I could talk about this all day long, but that's not why you're here. So
no, it's honestly like getting to have a world like this to where you are that proud of it, that you just love talking about it. That's like the goal of all Minecraft players, I feel. Because then you have, it's like, this is like your baby. This is, I don't know, like, it's just like super cool. Like the scale of just this town in general is huge. Like I can't even see it all because of fog.
This is substantially smaller than the town that we did in this season. This is the biggest town of season 1 probably, but then we did a much bigger one in season 2 because there were a couple more of us building, and but that's the reason why I want to keep going further.
So how long is a season typically? Like,
this season 1, since that was before I invited other YouTubers along. It was about 250 episodes. A lot of those were live streamed. This is episode 51 of season 2, and depending on if a few more people want to come and build here, then I will probably start a season 3. I think in the future what we'll do is we'll do like one season for one city. And maybe if you go, maybe a hamlet and stuff along the road, stuff that's interesting, but the main build is the one community city. This is a part of our lore, by the way, where this world is at war with the Nether. So the Nether zombie pigmen invade, and wherever they touch turns into netherrack. It's like corrupts the ground and stuff.
That is, I think I just watched this episode.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
I think because you had like a pan over and stuff, or it may have been another area that had this similar effect. I don't know if there is another area, but
there's one in White Sands that has a much bigger zombie invasion. But yeah, this is a kind of, as we get further and further west, that's kind of the direction we're building. I want to get more and more invasion until we get to finally like an actual battle town. Build the battle scene and build it. I think it would be super cool.
So that'd be cool. Like, have you ever played Elder Scrolls Oblivion?
I never did. No.
Oh, there's a town. If you want like inspiration for sort of that, the town of, I think it's Kavach. I don't know exactly.
Okay.
It's very similar. Like there's the Oblivion crisis, and they get taken over by this like portal thing, and it's very, very similar in concept.
Oh, nice. Oh, so they stole my stuff.
Yeah. How dare they? This is really
cool. So if we, if I round up a couple other YouTubers who are so inclined, then probably what we'll do is we'll do a season. We'll pick a theme for a kingdom, and then that'll be it. So you don't have to sign on for the rest of your life. Just sign on for like that season, that kingdom, and then you can basically like re-up for the next one if you want to, and no pressure or whatever. And I think that's probably the way we'll go, is shorter seasons and just like one main project of that,
Yeah, no, that sounds that like for the scale, especially of these towns. Like, I mean, one season that for one town is even that. Oh, this is a big, a big mine. Is this like actually where you mine?
Yeah, this all the stone became that mountain and the castle on top of it. So yeah, this was just the mine.
That's also the like cool thing is like, I mean, I have like a mine, but I don't do anything with it. The fact that you actually did something with where you actually mine, and to like, this is also, it's just like the scale of this everything. I'm just gonna repeat scale because it's nuts.
Yeah, it's been really fun. It's been super fun to kind of put this town together. This was up until White Sands, probably. This was my favorite town with all these like running minecart. Every town has like major, like an industry or an export or something like that,
Okay.
And this is obviously stone from that big quarry.
Yeah.
So these guys put out stone. There's a bunch of lore in the wiki and stuff like that. There's we have some religions and stuff. Oh, you might think this is cool. Follow me over to the church. So there's 3 religions. One of the religions is Church of the End. So one of the things that we try to do is if it's in Minecraft, then it's then we explain it. Like recently I've been doing the history of witches, like how witches came into the world, like sort of explaining why there are witches here, you know. This is Church at the End. These people worship Enderman, essentially, is their thing. So stand on this glass and press the button. Wait 1 second, though. Let me get further away because I think this one's a little jacked. Okay, go ahead.
Whoa.
Okay, now I'll go. So you are at so the lore is if you believe hard enough in the Enderman or Ender religion or whatever, then you can do that leap of faith and you get teleported here to the End temple. And
that's so freaking creative. That's so cool.
But this is how you would repair your tools. Basically, is this is the excuse that we had to repair tools. So this is the End temple. It's right up to build height. Actually, it's within half a block of build height. And what you would do, assuming you're in survival, which we always are, is you would take that, jump off there's a lot of churches in a lot of towns that all will teleport you here from their own individual leap of faith. And then you would take this jump if you believe hard enough. And if lag doesn't get you, because either of those two things can be bad, then you'll get teleported. Then you fall right into an end portal about 230 blocks down.
Oh, did you jump down the center?
Yeah, jump right down the center, but try to not fall in the portal. Because I think you'll think it's cool if you can like hit space just before the portal. But the leap of faith is cool. I see you coming down.
Whoa.
So we did this. We dug out this whole pit underneath the End temple. And we have our black wall is void block.
This is so cool. Oh, and is purple change? Okay, good. I thought this was like just because it's dark that it was darker, but this is.
Oh no, yeah, it's germs purple. So I tried to like recreate these. Oh, there's a shulker there. That's like a real shulker. What the hell? How did that get here?
I
have no idea. Someone must have done that to like prank me or something. There's two.
There's a ton over here. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What? This is so weird. Why? How could that be? Okay, someone must have pranked me. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, yeah. So we tried to do this. The only reason I added this, and I hate this, like water right here, but because it slows you down. Because sometimes the End doesn't load quite fast enough. I have water pouring on that obsidian platform in the End, but sometimes the End doesn't load fast enough, so the water doesn't load fast enough, and you hit with like 250 blocks of fall on you.
Oh, so it doesn't like falling into a portal doesn't actually stop your fall damage?
No, shockingly to me, after I built this whole thing, I found out. But yeah,
the first leap of faith, you made it, but you weren't a strong enough believer.
Well, it's like actually it worked fine until we built the Ender, and I don't know if that slows it down or what, but yeah, this was a really fun.
And you did all of this in survival?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh,
this was a pain. This was really hard because of making all these things exactly the same. There was a lot of like jumping off, counting, jumping back, counting.
How long did this take you?
This one did not do well for YouTube because it is really, I mean, this kind of building is not good for YouTube for a Let's Play,
Yeah.
So I just worked on this kind of in spare time, probably like 4 or 5 months.
Jeez.
Because you can't like building something this big is like, oh, so here I'm just going to build this up 8 blades. It's unwatchable.
We're building another 5th of one tower.
Yeah, exactly. And then repeating it 8 times. It's not. Yeah. But this was
this is super cool. Honestly, like this is like buildings like this that are huge in scale just really let you take Minecraft and just manipulate the depth feel of everything, because then you can have how deep. I'm surprised you could have gone like an entire other block deep and had like 3 layers of depth or 4 layers of depth per wall. That'd be ridiculous. But
I'm not good. I'm not good enough builder to do that yet. Maybe I am now, but when I built this, this was like the first time I even did maybe a part of a 3rd layer really.
But now I think I would do probably another layer. Probably I would do like a terracotta layer in the back. So like a color pokes out, so it's not all gray. If I were to build this now, you know.
Ooh, I'm trying to get a nice screenshot. I've got to render everything though.
Anyway,
that's nice.
I don't know. I mean, we're kind of up against it. I feel like I just talked your ear off the whole time again, like I always do. I can't stop myself.
Oh no,
I'm a jabberjaw.
That is totally fine because I honestly like I there's not enough time in the day to be able to watch all the videos of everybody, and so this is a series that I sadly had to get. I'm behind on everything now because just the way this whole work program I'm in is just makes me behind on everything. But I'm really glad that I got to tour around at least a small portion of this because this is like super inspiring for one, and two, just super cool.
Well, I should say just a little shameless plug. If any of your viewers, if playing on here is something that you're interested in, that is something that you know is possible. So I just put out an episode. Well, by the time this comes out, it will already be out. But my episode 49 of this playlist, or it's episode 300, it's a world download episode, and the whole thing's a cinematic. It's about an 11-minute cinematic of every single town and hamlet and village and city in this world. So you can kind of get a taste of about 24 probably kingdoms or so.
I'm just gonna watch that like 4 times and just study it. It's gonna be I'm gonna take notes.
But I think it's kind of cool. I mean, I'm not the best cinematic person. My computer's not the greatest, but I think you can get an idea of what we've done and going forward what we're going to do. But yeah, if playing here is something that you would be interested in, please contact me, or it's not too hard to find me.
Definitely do that, because I mean, if you're looking at this is fantastic stuff, right? Oh, let me turn clouds off. They're chopping the dang thing in half. Oh, clouds, where are you? Details.
Germ skies. It's so pretty. It's so nice. It little twinkle stars.
This is fantastic. This is amazing.
Well, Pixel, thank you so much for coming by. I really do. I've really been looking for quite some time, and I was going to actually have you and a couple other guys do like 1 or 2 kingdoms each in an episode, and realize I need to talk to you more than that. So I appreciate you giving me the whole half an hour, and hopefully everyone really enjoys this. Please go to Pixel Brews. If you're a Vasten watcher, viewer, please go to Pixel's channel and subscribe and watch it, because it is brilliant stuff. He builds purple floors.
I love that's like the one thing that like blows your mind. I was like
it blew my mind. I mean, just watch the videos and you'll see what I mean. But seriously, it's a great builder. That gypsy camp is the real thing. It's really, really, really cool, and I've been super inspired watching it. So,
well,
thank you so much for. Yeah, thank you so much for coming by. Oh man, that's a great screenshot with your head. Super, love it. All right. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. This world is amazing. I have no idea where I'm at. I'm just exploring around now. Cow, are you? Where in the world are you? There you are. Can't believe. Whatever. Let's go up here onto this roof. I have no idea where I'm at. I'm currently just exploring around this area, and I gotta say, this is amazing. I mean, look, he has purple sheep just grazing. Amazing. If you guys haven't ever checked out Fixxitt, definitely check him out. I will put a link in the description down below, and definitely check it out. Also, I'll put a link to Germsy, who made this texture pack, and it is such a cool thing. Like, look at that wood. Look at that wood. That's not wood. That's probably like concrete. Let's see. This is probably concrete. Cyan concrete, but amazing texture. This world is just awesome. This is what I aspire to be when it comes to like our world. Like, amazing. I mean, you got your dirt pillars, you got your awesome houses, you got your purple sheep. What else do you need? But anyways, if you guys like the video, please leave a like on both my video and go check out Fixxitt's. His video, I'm sure, is even like, I mean, he knows where to focus. I was just wandering all over the place. Check out him, check out his channel, subscribe to him if you love giant awesome content like this. Like, I mean, this is awesome. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it off here. I don't know where I'm going, so I'm just gonna stay here in the middle of this wheat field and log off because he and somebody else are going to be doing a video on here shortly. So I'm gonna leave with this little scene right here. So if you guys like the video, leave a like. In real life, if you like Minecraft, I guess, and you like what Fixxitt has made, please subscribe to him, like I said, and join his little family because he's a super cool builder, a super cool guy. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode of something. I'll see you in an episode of something. So bye.